Hi, everybody. I am Sarvani. I am a Women in HPC Mentoring Program Director. In my day job, I am a high performance computing administrator at University of California in Merced. And that's my email address in case you want to reach me. I would like to introduce the mentoring program team. Me, Scott Callaghan, Lorna Rivera, and Tony. You've heard Tony, and Lorna is on the call. I see her. Yeah, I am going to let her introduce herself.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes.
Indeed we can.
I would video, but I don't see an option.
Oh, you should have the option for video.
I just see speakers.
So just as she's figuring that out, I will explain to you all, this is brand new to Sarvani and me. We upgraded the Women in HPC Zoom account to webinar yesterday. So this is exciting for us, but there is a bit of a learning curve.
Yeah, and for the sake of time, I'll push through. But
Okay.
Hi all. Thank you for coming to this session, and thank you to really the whole team. I mean, the team put in a lot of work to make this happen, and I'm excited to see where this goes. But my role for
Oh, we lost her. Just bear with us, folks. In case you're on the phone and you aren't aware, we just lost Lorna. She's back.
Hey, it said I literally got promoted to panelist, so that was funny. I got kicked off, but I got promoted. Okay.
We can see you now.
Hey everyone, I'm Lorna. So nice to sort of see you. Hopefully you can see me. I'm part of Women in HPC. I help lead the research arm of the group, and I'm particularly interested in this mentoring program from a research perspective to see what we can learn about it, some best practices, and of course just how we can make the program itself tailor it to the needs of the Women in HPC community. So you will be hearing from me and from the rest of the team throughout the experience to gather feedback. And really this program, I'm sure Tony and Sarvani have already said this, but this program is for you all. It's not really for us. So please weigh in on what you would like the program to be like. And we look at that.
Tony, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Sarvani. So for those of you who don't know, I'm the chair and co-founder of Women in HPC, and it's my constant honor to work with these amazing people, some of whom have put together the mentoring program and you're meeting today, but many others, including a few of you on the call, so thank you. Yeah, and I haven't done much here. I've just enabled Sarvani, shall we say, to do this, and this is all her. So I'm here to provide some moral support, really, but fantastic work so far, Sarvani.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me tell a little bit about, now that we've spoken about ourselves, I would want to see if you can tell one sentence each about yourselves, your name, institution, and why you want to be a mentor, and one interesting fact about you. So I will see if I can somehow allow, I'll allow each attendee to talk that way, and then I'll disable your microphone so everybody has a chance to speak. Okay. Now, the first one in my list is Akanksha Ahuja. I'm allowing you to talk.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity of being a mentor and mentee and creating this platform for exchange. I am a computer scientist at CERN, CMS, and I just completed my bachelor's in computer science engineering. I'm here to learn more from you because you're a woman in high performance computing and I'm moving towards that area. So any input, any lessons, any mistakes, anything would be helpful. And of course, like the mentor said, it's a constant community of support, and I'd love to be a part of it. About knowing each step, about growing into the field, about helping each other as well. And there are so many things you don't know when you come out of college and into the research organizations or into graduate school, or so many things are there. So it's great to be here, and it'll be great to look forward to the next things that are coming up in this session, because I'm not aware what's going on, because it's just a welcome session. That's the thing that I got in the mail, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Akanksha. Great. So next one on my list is Kristen Merritt. I'm allowing you to talk and I'm unmuting you. Yep.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, I'm Kristen Merritt. I'm with a group called Elsa's Flight. This is why do I want to be a mentor? So I've been in technology for a few years, more than 20. And the reason I wanted to be a mentor is because I've learned quite a bit. I actually am not what you call a computer scientist. I do the business side of HPC and I specialize in change management. So I'm happy to mentee people who are looking to change or wanting to transition into different roles. I'm good with that. An interesting fact about me is that I am American living in the UK, and until I came to the UK, I had never lived north of a road called I-10, which runs from California to Florida. So this was really cold when I moved here. So there's my fun fact.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Kristen. Great. Next one on my list is Maria Gutierrez. I'm sorry if I am spelling your names wrong. Please feel free to correct me.
Hi, hello everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it was pretty close. So yeah, thank you, Maria Gutierrez. Yes, it was pretty close then, so no worries. So hello everybody, and thanks for this opportunity. I really like this action to bring women together in HPC to support each other and to mentor each other. I think it's a great program. Why I wanted to be a mentor is well, I've been in HPC for over 12 years. If I don't consider still myself to be, of course, a senior, but for sure, I think I can bring some experience, and I can still maybe, from my experience, from my past 10, 12 years, who maybe guide and help other women that they might be just starting now. So, well, I work on the industry part of the HPC. I'm not, well, like computer science, scientist, but I work on the business side, like administrator, solutions deployment, and so on. And well, that's a bit about me. And well, yeah, I'm willing to have contact and to learn more, people from here and to learn from experiences as well.
That sounds great. Thank you so much for sharing, Maria. And next one on my list is Mohsen Kabiri Shime. I'm allowing her to talk, unmuting her. Let me see. Yeah.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hi, hello. My name is Mojgan Kabirichime. I'm a research associate and research software engineer working at University of Sheffield. I've I actually wanted to be a mentor because I learned a lot from my mentors, and I think it's time to give back some of the experience I have. Like it's time to give back something to the community, and I really like to share my experience. And it also basically to broaden my own experience. It's like I'm extending my own experience and also giving back, getting something. It's all about that to me, to be honest. And I've been thinking about saying something about one interesting fact about me. I'm not sure something that is interesting to me could be interesting to others, but just to break the ice. So whenever I get emotional, I get goosebumping on my nose. So that's so weird. I just found it interesting to others. It could be.
Oh, that is so. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Great. Next one is Sharon Brude Jiva. I'm allowing her to talk. I'm trying to unmute her. Sharon, can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I have a bad echo, Sharon.
Okay, is that working?
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Okay, I'm on a call. So my name is Sharon Brody-Geva. I'm the Director of Advanced Research Computing at the University of Michigan. This now is an administrative type of job, not a hands-on one. I am by training a computational chemist. I'm at the point in my life when I would like to give back. And I see amazing young women whenever I go to conferences, and they really are the future. I've also signed up to be a mentee because I've never really had mentors, and I would love to learn from other people as well. The interesting thing I can say about myself is I come from a place in the near north of Ontario, Canada, with less than 5,000 people most of the time, and a lot of black bears.
That's very cool. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for sharing. We are happy to have you here. Next on the list is Tanvi. I'm allowing her to talk and I'm unmuting her. Let's see if I can unmute. Tanvi, can you unmute yourself? It wouldn't let me unmute you for some reason.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Hey. Hey, Tanvi, we can hear you.
Yeah, hi, my name is Tanvi, and I'm actually a mentee. I just joined this to know more about the mentors, I guess. And I think that's the interesting fact about me. I'm always curious and really very excited to learn. And yeah, one more thing, I'm from India. Guess the only one.
Very cool. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with us. And hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about our mentors today. Thank you for being here. Next one is Valerie Harrington. I am allowing you to talk and I'm unmuting you. Yep.
Hi, this is Valerie. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, Valerie.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Shivani. Thank you so much. It's an honor and pleasure to be on the call with everyone today. So many top ladies. This is fantastic. I'm very excited for the HPC program here for women, mentor and mentee program. I've participated in other mentor and mentee programs over the years, so I've seen the value and the contributions that can be made to organizations and groups that do decide to provide a program like this. So it's a fantastic way to grow, learn, and interact, and I enjoy being a part of that. Again, my name is Valerie Harrington. My institution, I'm actually in transition. I'm a PhD student in computer science. I've completed my top executive MBA degree from Johns Hopkins Carey Business School. And I'm looking forward to completing a PhD in advanced computing. An interesting fact is that based here in Manhattan now, I relocated from Princeton, New Jersey to Manhattan. And I will oftentimes attend events that are specialized that they hold at the UN. And there is a strong presence in engaging women in activities on a global level. So I'm also an advocate for that and enjoy participating on that level here in Manhattan. And I'm really excited to be part of the program with so many fantastic women in HPC. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Valerie. We're happy to have you here. Next one on my list is Wendy. I'm allowing her to talk. And Wendy, can you talk? Hi, Wendy. You should be unmuted at this point. Okay, great. So because I am going to mute you now, and if you get a chance where you can talk, then please let us know in the chat, and we can get to know more about you. Thank you.
So I think Wendy's on the phone. So if you've unmuted people on the phone, I think we've got Wendy and Joe Greenside on the phone, maybe one other person.
Okay.
I don't know how to unmute the phone people, I'm afraid.
Okay, got it. Joe, if you're on the call and if you can talk, I can't even see Joe Greenside on the attendees list. So
no, I think that's just when people are on the phone. And so Wendy is saying, I'm on my phone now. Try now. I'm in audio. Yeah, can you try Wendy again, Shivani?
Okay. Let's try.
Whoops. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Yay,
Great.
technology. So my name is Wendy Wilhelm. I work for Intel Corporation, and I am someone who's been in supercomputing for an awful long time, as Tony can tell you. I remember us forming WHPC and how excited I was at the time. So I have done a lot of mentoring at Intel inside and been mentored by inside, but this will be one of my first opportunities to mentor outside of Intel, so I'm very excited about that opportunity. Like I said, I've been in HPC for a long time, doing a lot of different jobs, so I'd like to be able to give back to the community. Let's see. Interesting fact about me. Oh, goodness. I live in Oregon. I have a couple kids, and it's nice finally to be going to these events and seeing that there's more women there. So I'm pretty excited about that, and love to bake and garden. Probably pretty boring.
That sounds fantastic. That sounds great. Thanks for joining us, Wendy. We're glad to have you here. Okay. All right. So I cannot find any other attendees, and if you're there, Joe Greenside and others, I apologize. I don't know how to let you talk, so I'm going to move on for now. It's so heartwarming for me to see you all share why you're here, and it means it means the world to me. And I'm extremely glad that we are able to provide a platform through WHPC mentoring program for your efforts to be a mentor. And for an effective mentoring relationship to work, it has to have mutual trust, respect, and understanding and empathy. And good mentors are able to share life experiences and wisdom, as well as technical expertise. They're good listeners, good observers, and good problem solvers. How does mentoring work in this WHPC mentoring program? So each of you mentors will be assigned 1 or 2 mentees. Depending on, we are still in the process of doing mentor matching, and at this point we have 36 mentee responses and 24 mentor responses. So based on how closely mentors and mentees are matched, some of you will be receiving requests to accept more than 1 mentee. You should be getting those emails sometime in the next week. So if you are able to take on more than 1 mentee, it'll be fantastic. For those who have 1 mentee, you will be having a one-on-one meeting with your mentee once every 2 weeks. That's when I use bi-weekly, that is what I mean, once every 2 weeks. But if you have 2 mentees, then you will be having 2 one-on-one sessions with your mentees once every 2 weeks. So this mentoring program lasts for 4 months, but you may wish to continue the relationship beyond 4 months. Now, you can expect the mentor-mentee matching to be done, and for you to know who your mentees are before 17th of June. One thing that we want to make sure that you know is while we do our best to match, based on mutual interest, if you find that you and your mentee are not compatible, then please feel free to reach out to me and Tony or both of us, and our other mentors, so we can figure out how to best figure it out. So mentoring timeline. So mentoring timeline is prior to the start of mentoring relationships. I think we are through with all the items in before starting of mentoring relationships. We have had our mentor and mentee surveys, and right now we are doing our mentor welcome session. And the next step will be mentee welcome session, which is like right after this welcome session. So during the 4-month mentoring program, and you are the first cohort that starts from June through the end of September. So during this 4-month mentoring program, the first month is going to be mentor matching and initial mentoring discussions. And throughout all months 1 to 4, you will have to meet with your mentee once every 2 weeks. And also there are webinars that happen every alternate Tuesday. So now I have the webinar schedule. So it's every alternate Tuesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It starts on 11th June. So the topics, this is tentative schedule, but the dates are, we have the dates, but then the topics of discussion might change a little bit. So please save the dates. And now I would want to know from you is if you mentors want to be invited to attend for webinar sessions. So do you want us to send you a calendar invite for these webinar sessions? If majority of you say yes, then we will send you a calendar invite for all of you. If majority of you say no, then we don't send a calendar invite for all of you. I have a poll for you, and I am I'm launching the poll. So you should be able to partake in the poll from the bottom of your screen. Yeah, I see 6, 7 of you say yes, and nobody said no yet.
I do just want to clarify, there's no reason that you do or don't have to attend. We're just really trying to make sure that you aren't spammed as mentors. So you'll be able to join even if we didn't send the calendar invite. It's just that if all of you basically think yes, in general, we want to know what's going on in the webinars and we'll make sure that we keep you informed. If you don't, you'll be able to get the information from somewhere online that we haven't quite figured out yet of how to join, but we won't be spamming you. Mojgan has a question for you, Shivani, in the chat.
Oh.
Can you see the questions in the chat, or do you need to? Okay.
Yes. So can we watch it later? Yes. So we are trying to figure out where to put. Every webinar session is recorded, and we are trying to find a place for the sessions, including this one. So once we can share more details with you once we have them. But yes, you can watch webinars later on. Hope that clarifies Mojgan. Okay, so great. It looks like 9 of you said yes, so I'm going to take that a majority and I'm going to end polling. So after this webinar, please, you will be finding calendar invitations for these webinar sessions. Great.
One other thing, Shivani, I don't know if you want to deviate, but it looks like Joe has joined on via computer now. So
okay, great.
If we have time, we could get him to introduce himself.
Yes, let me see if I can find them. Oh, great. Hey, Joe. I'm unmuting. Oh, it will unmute audio. Great. You should be unmuted now, Joe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. So my name is Joe. I work at Cray, and I've been in HPC for about 18 years now. Started off as a system administrator and have sort of wandered and meandered through my career. These days I'm in pre-sales, system engineering, technical pre-sales. So that has been an interesting adventure that hopefully someone might find some value. And an interesting fact about me, I'm in the car right now driving to Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, which, as unlikely as it seems, is probably the center of HPC manufacturing in the United States, with both Cray and HPE having their main HPC manufacturing facilities about 90 miles east of the Twin Cities, not far outside of Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
That sounds fantastic. Thank you for making this call while you're driving. Thank you so much for being here. We are glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Great. That's fantastic. So coming back to coming back to the webinar sessions, we will have them every alternate Tuesday starting June 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And yes, you will be receiving calendar invitations for these sessions. So after the webinar sessions are ended, after 4 months, you will be getting a survey to review your experiences in the program. Like Lorna was telling earlier, we are happy to, you are the ones that are experiencing the program. We are happy to make anything that would help you and have a great mentoring experience. So after 4 months, you can become a WHPC mentor once again in the next cohort that would start after September, and you can sign up to be a mentor again. Now, the expectations for the program are basic ground rules of respecting confidentiality. If you want to share somebody's story or comment, just please take their permission first. Please uphold commitments. So please make sure that you're meeting with your mentee once every 2 weeks. And if you cannot go through with the commitment, just make sure that your mentee knows about it, and then you're figuring out alternate timeline to talk to them. And please don't assume anything except for best intentions, especially because WHPC constituents and mentor matching would be it's more likely than not that you will be matched. You'll be in a different location than your mentee, and this has a unique set of challenges. So you would want to not assume things except for their for best intentions. So correct gently, but then do correct. If participants say something that is incorrect or offensive, politely call them out. But but then please do correct. Also, being in a remote mentoring settings, it has its own unique challenges. So to get over them, we would want to connect proactively. Always schedule the next mentee next session before you leave your previous session. And share your lessons learned. So remote mentoring can often reduce how likely mentee is to open up. So if you're struggling to get information from them, you can discuss some of your lessons learned and see if that sparks interest. And offer just-in-time advice. So just like the rest of the life, work can be unpredictable. Just be open to syncing up with your mentee. And you'll never know when a difficult conversation or a team conflict might pop up. So if they need some quick advice on how to handle a big presentation of event, simply making yourself available would make a huge difference. And challenge your mentee. So even if your mentee might not be eager to volunteer for tough assignments, it's your job to encourage them to aim higher and discuss their career goals and offer ideas on how they can work to achieve them. And grow their network. The most fruitful mentoring relationships are those that bring others into the fold. And while your conversations may be one-on-one, you can still serve as a powerful point of contact to widen your mentee's social circle. Yeah, and the resources that we have for mentors and mentees and all of you as a group are, we have asynchronous channel Slack, and we have mentor channel just for mentors, and mentee channels that are open for everybody. So in case if there are any conversations, or if a mentee is struggling with something, a mentor can pop in and provide their input. And mentor only channel can serve the purpose if you don't know the answer to something, or if you think some other mentor can be of more help to your mentee, then just feel free to open up the discussion in Slack. And for anything at all, for feedback, questions, concerns, or anything at all, just feel free to reach out to me or Tony or info@womeninhpc.org. So yeah, so that's all from me for now. If there are any questions, just please feel free to raise your hand. I think there is an option where you can raise your hand on your chat window. And wait, Tony, can you please show, on your chat window, how do you raise your hand?
So funnily enough, I think that's one of the things that is now not possible, moving to the webinar version. I thought maybe that's just
somebody, Akansha raised her hand. Oh, okay, fantastic. Thanks for figuring that out. Let's allow her to talk.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm from the application downloaded on my phone, so maybe it's allowing me, but maybe desktop doesn't allow it. So I don't know what's the reason behind it. Maybe I'll figure it out when I log in via the PC. But one of the pressing questions that I have right now is I'm a mentee, but still I have a question concerning the timeline and the things we might do. So is it like a general timeline or general schedule of doing things that you are assigning things or talking about things, or is it like on an individual basis? So if I have a specific problem, I talk to my mentor, or is it like there's a general set of guidelines that we follow, but if I have a specific problem, I share? Because this is kind of confusing because it's 4 months, but so I can definitely open up about my career plans, share my goals, and of course, any feedback would be helpful, but an overview or a good schedule of what are the things we're going to cover would be really helpful.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a very good question. So I feel like I wanted to keep the program, especially the one-on-one meetings, as unstructured as possible to allow and accommodate as many discussions as mentees can have with their mentors. At the same time, yes, like you said, having a discussion about your career or any pressing topics about your work would be welcome. If you think it's helpful, we can share with you some of the general topics or that can come up or that can be useful for mentees for discussion. But every individual person's situation is different, and so I would lean towards leaving it unstructured for you and your mentor to decide. Hope that's helpful.
It's just like just definitely allowing room for flexibility is awesome. I mean, then you're catering for all the individual responses for everybody's particular life. That's kind of situational. But I think a list of topics or a list of things that people usually cover in mentor-mentee programs would be helpful. Like other people said that they've been part of these mentor programs and it's been super helpful. So if as a mentee, I don't know what to talk about, if I have a list of things that I can open up about, that'll be really, it'd be a good starting point, like an icebreaker.
That sounds like a great idea. We can incorporate that. And for a starter, you can look at the webinar topics and maybe start talking about or like having a discussion with your mentor about them.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And I saw Wendy's hand go up. Wendy, I am going to allow you to talk and unmute you.
Okay, let's see if this works. I think I'm
Yes.
unmuted. Oh, awesome
Yes, you're-
technology. So I just wanted to say I'm on my laptop, and at the bottom center, there's a little hand you can push. But my question was about Slack. Will we get instructions for joining the Slack channels?
Yes, yes. I will share them with you actually on the Google Doc itself.
Perfect.
So,
Yes.
Savani, I think we have to, I think I set it up in such a way that we have to add people and then they'll get an email invite, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think
okay.
that's what I did, but we might be able to change the settings, but
that'll be actually easier. Let's send out invitations to all the mentors, and whoever are interested can jump in and accept the invitation.
Yeah. So on that note, we have a mailing list which we will add you to. We haven't added you to yet for mentors, and then there'll be a separate one for mentee. I think we're doing a separate one for mentees. I can't remember what we decided there. So that when we have something to announce to you all, it'll go to a mailing list. And I think, I don't know if we've decided yet whether we're going to allow you to mail to that mailing list, but I think at the moment we prefer for you to use Slack, because then you can get answers from other people. The whole idea of having you all on a call now, and also to then have the Slack channel, is so that you as mentors can help each other be mentors. So if one of your mentees has an issue that you're not, you don't know how to handle, like, we do want you to respect confidentiality. So ideally you post very generic issues, or you private message somebody, but we want you to be a community that supports each other as well. And so, sorry, that's just me trying to explain how we hope the Slack channel will work.
Lovely, thanks.
Perfect. Okay, great. Are there any other questions? Please feel free to, if you can't raise your hand now, just feel free to email to one or both of us, me and Tony, or info@whpc.org. And we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And yeah, with this, I would like to end the session, give you 14 minutes back. Yes. Thank you all for joining us today, and we're thrilled to see mentoring program kick off, and I'm glad you're all part of the team. See you.